Hey guys, this is Liz Cho here. So you're working towards that big match against FAR. In this video, I'm going to go over more of my proven tips to beating FAR. And by the end, you will be another step closer to passing. I'm your host, Liz Cho, and this is part 3 of beating FAR in a snap. Let's rock this. Alright, you're in the exam and you draw a blank. What should you do? First of all, don't panic. Here's test tip number 1. Use journal entries. Think of each exam question as a puzzle. The prompt gives you a bunch of the pieces. You have to figure out how they fit together and then fill in anything that's missing. So take the information that you have in the prompt and use it to start putting together a journal entry for the problem. Now that you know to use journal entries, here's my second tip. Start with what's easy. Start with cash. If there is a cash component to the problem, that's a great place to start. You're familiar with cash. It's one of the things that have been stuck inside your mind since you found out what cash was. Alright, so take note of cash. Which way is cash going? Is it coming in? Debit. Is it going out? Credit. Now, if your journal entry does not have a cash component, what should you do? Here's tip number 3. Fill in what you know. Do you know the account names but not all the numbers? Fill in the account names that you do know. That might trigger your memory and help with other components of the journal entry. On the flip side, do you know the numbers but not the account names? Fill in those numbers into your journal entry. The rest may come to you as you're thinking it through. Alright, you drew a blank and you followed all of the first 3 tips. You used journal entries, you started with what's easy, you started with cash, you filled in what you know. But now you've come to a full stop. There's still blanks left in your journal entry. What should you do? Here's my 4th tip. Look at your cheat sheet T accounts.
Hey, no cheating!
It's not really cheating. It's basic but very helpful, especially if you're a visual person. When you get into the exam, at the top of your board, write out 2 T accounts. Label them with your debits on the left and your credits on the right. For your first T account, put a plus sign on the left and a minus sign on the right. Label it asset, expense, and loss. For the other T account, put a minus sign on the left and a plus sign on the right. Label it liability, equity, revenue, and gain. How are these T accounts going to help you in the exam? Simple. If you're working through your journal entry and you come to a full stop, there's still a blank left on the debit side. Your accounting sense tells you that something is increasing, but what account is it? Look at your cheat sheet T accounts. It's probably an asset, expense, or loss. That gives you clues to fill in the blank in your journal entry. Also, if you have a tendency to mix up your debits and credits, and we all do it from time to time, especially in the exam when you're a bundle of nerves. Students often mix up the pluses and minuses for the second T account, covering liabilities, equity, revenues, and gains. So check your journal entries against your cheat sheet T accounts. So just to summarize, if you draw a blank on the question, what should you do? First, use journal entries. Second, start with what's easy. Start with cash. Third, fill in what you know. Fourth, use your cheat sheet T accounts to trigger your memory and check your journal entries. Alright guys, listen, FAR isn't what I'd call easy, but you can do this. Don't be intimidated. I've had students pass FAR with the highest grade of all 4 parts. It's because they didn't underestimate FAR and they stayed steadfast in their studying. If you have any comments, be sure to leave them in the comment section below and be on the lookout for more videos in this series, Proven Tips to Beating FAR. Alright, now go get studying and beat FAR. This is Liz Cho with Test Prep in a Snap.